It's now time to enter your cabinets. There are 3 ways to choose your cabinets. The first method is to simply type in the cabinet. If you're familiar with our nomenclature, it's very easy to do. We're going to start with a B15. So click on the first line and type in B space 15. Tab to your quantity and type in a quantity of 1. For this example, we're going to click on the price button after every line. We're doing this to show you what will happen and to demonstrate things. For your actual order, you can enter all your cabinets and come back and hit the price button at the very end of the order. When we click on price, the fields to the left in yellow will show up. In this case, it's showing us that we have set Breckenridge Arch and medium maple as your color. This will be your upper door style. For your lower door style, we've set Breckenridge with wood dovetail drawer boxes, raised panel drawer fronts, brown glaze, rub through, distressing, and wormhole. It's not necessary to see the color in the lower yellow bar. The color in the upper bar applies to both. After we hit price, in the each column and the extended price, we received an N/A message. This is telling us it's not available. This could happen if you did not set a door style for the lower cabinet, or it can also happen if you type in an incorrect cabinet. In this case, a B15 is the correct cabinet, but we did not spell it correctly. There should be no space between the B and the 1. If we remove that space and click on price again, we see a different error message come up. This one says N/A R/L. The R/L indicates such as a problem with the hinge location. If we look under the hinge column, we see that we did not select a hinge for this cabinet. A B15 must be hinged either left or right. So if we click in that field, type in an R for right, and then click on price again, you'll see that each price comes to $886 and the extended price comes to $221.50. Go to a new blank line, double click on it, and you'll see an item override screen. On the item override screen, it's separated by categories: wall cabinets, bookcases, base cabinets, utility cabinets, etc. If you click on the wall cabinets, it brings up different categories of wall cabinets. We're going to scroll down the list until we come to the wall 30-inch high. There's 2 options for the 30-inch high: wall 30-inch high and wall 30-inch high butt doors. We'll select the butt door option, and this will pull up a list of all of the wall 30-inch high cabinets that are available in a butt door. For this example, we'll select a wall 3030 BD. Click on it, and it'll fill in the product field to the right. There's a quantity box. Type in your quantity. We'll use 2. In this case, we do not need to put a hinge location. It's a double door cabinet. Finished ends, left, right, both, or none. We'll change it to finished ends, both. Click on OK. Click on price, and you'll see we have filled in our pricing information. On this cabinet, if you had selected a hinge of left and clicked on price, again you will see the NA R/L. It's a 2-door cabinet. It has to be hinged left and right. You cannot just hinge it on one side. So that's an error. Remove the L, price again, and your cabinet will come up. Another cabinet is a BEP3. It's a base end panel, 3 inches wide, with a panel on one side and a 3-inch wide front, typically next to dishwashers or things like that. Tab and put in a quantity and click on price. This cabinet is also giving you an NA R/L error message. There's no door on it. Why are we getting an error message for right or left? In this case, we need to know whether the L shape on this cabinet is on the right side or on the left side. If we go into the hinge location and type in L, that'll have the panel on the left with the face filler going to the right. Click on price, your error message goes away, and you have the price of your cabinet. A third way to enter the cabinets would be to double-click on a blank line, and instead of using your category fields under SKU, you can use alphabetical listings. If you look between the two white boxes, there's a list of wall, base, vanity, utility, miscellaneous, and in categories. We're set for categories now. If we select wall, it will give us an alphabetical listing of all wall cabinets. Sometimes it's easier to find your cabinet using the alphabetical listing. We will select an angled wall 2430, put in a quantity of 1, say OK, hit price. We now have our cabinet. You may modify your cabinets by using the list of options. If we go back to the B15 that we've already entered and double click on it, it brings up the item override screen. On the item override screen, on the right side, there is a list of options. This list of options is the same list for all cabinets. It doesn't make any difference to the wall cabinet, a base cabinet, an accessory. You will have the same list. Therefore, it would be possible that you could put an 8-light mullion door option onto a piece of toe kick. If you did, it will charge the price for modifying it to an 8-light on your order. So you have to be careful which option you choose. The first options on this list are all options that we have set when we set the global defaults. It goes down to the false front tray. You'll probably never use those options in this screen. We want to start with the false front tray option. To activate an option, you would simply click in the box to the right, to the left of the name. To deactivate it, click again. Some of the options have a set of parentheses to the right of the name. When you see these parentheses, it means the program needs more information. For this B15, we want to increase or decrease the depth by 2 inches. So we'll check the box next to it and then right-click on it and type in 2 as the amount that we want to change it by. For all of these increase or decrease depth, width, or heights, always put in the amount you're increasing or decreasing by. Do not put the amount you want the cabinet to wind up at. Say OK. Say OK. Click on price, and you'll see that it says decrease depth 2 here. The modification charge for that hasn't been included in each price. If we enter a door as an item, this would be for a loose door. Put a hinge location in it, and then go back to our option list and scroll to the bottom of the options. You'll see 2 options listed: dimension high and dimension wide. These 2 options are only to be used when you're ordering a door by itself or a front by itself. Check both boxes, right-click on dimension high, put in the height of the door you're looking for. In this case, we'll use 29.5. Say OK. Right-click on dimension wide and put in the width, 17.5, and say OK. Click on OK. Click on the price button. It will price out the price of the cabinet based on the dimensions listed. That changed to an HCD somehow. This is wrong. Let's double click on it. Go back to the product, type in door. Say OK. Click on price. Put in a hinge location. Click on price. Now you have the cost of your door. Let's go back to the wall 3030 BD and double click on that. Again, scroll to the bottom of your option list. We want to look at the third option from the bottom. It's marked as tag. Tag simply means comment. If you have a special comment you want to put in regarding that cabinet, click on it, right click on it, and type in whatever comment you want. There's no price modification based on this. It's just to relay information to us for order entry. Click on OK. Click on OK again, and you'll see your special comment showing up. Let's double click on it again. If you're modifying a cabinet, you've called into customer service and asked how much it would cost to do this special comment item. They may tell you to add 50%, or they might tell you add $100, depending upon what you're asking for. If they give you a percent upcharge, you can use the fourth one from the bottom, CHG percent. Check it, right click on it, type in 50 for 50%, and say OK. Maybe they told you to use a dollar charge. Instead of using 50%, you can uncheck that. Click on the box next to CHG $, right click on it, put in the dollar charge they told you to use, say $100. Click on OK. Click on OK again. When you go back to your main screen, it shows we were at 722 list. Click on price. Now it's $822 list. It's basically how you enter all of your cabinets. When you're complete, you may save your order. Click on File, Save As. Type in your order number. Click on Save. In this case, I've already got one out there, so I'm going to replace it. Click on File, Print Purchase Order. Brings up your purchase order screen. Gives you all the information you've entered, purchase order number, door or color, upper door style, lower door style, options you've chosen for this order, cabinets that were listed, including any modifications that were made to them, list price, net price. Scroll to the last screen. Gives you a total net price based on the multiplier that you have entered. You may print this by going to the printer icon, clicking on print, and that'll print for you. Click on close. As you're entering cabinets into the program, you'll see a blue bar across the top. This blue bar indicates your total list, your discount amount, and your net total based on all the cabinets that you've entered. We're at $982 net. If I add and enter B30, quantity of 1, price it. Now we've added and entered $372.75 to our net pricing. We hope that this tutorial has been informative for you. If you have any questions, you may call customer service at 1-800-832-0772, and customer service will be able to assist you with any questions you have regarding the program.